So we are looking at defaults and limits for AWS Lambda. It's not all of them, but it's the ones that I think are most important for you to know. So by default, you can only have 1,000 Lambdas running concurrently, okay? So if you want to have more, you'd have to go ask AWS support. It's possible there could be an exam question where it's like, hey, you want to run X amount of Lambdas and they're not running or something. This could be because of that limit. You are able to store temporary files on a Lambda as it's running, and has a limit of up to 500 megabytes. When you create a Lambda, by default, it's going to be running in no VPC. And so sometimes there are services such as RDS where you can only interact them if you are in the same VPC. So you might actually have to change to a VPC in some use cases. When you do set a Lambda to a VPC, it's going to lose internet access. Not to say that you cannot expose it, because it's in a security group, so there might be some way to do it, but that is a consideration there. You can set the timeout to be a maximum of 15 minutes. So you don't really, if you had to go beyond 15 minutes, then this is where you'd probably want to use Fargate, which is similar to AWS Lambda, but there's a lot more work in setup, and you're charged per second as opposed to milliseconds. But just be aware, if you need anything beyond 15 milliseconds, you're going to want Fargate. And the last thing is memory. So you can set memory. Memory starts at 128 megabytes and goes up all the way to 3008 megabytes. The more megabytes you use, the more expensive it's going to be, paired with how long the duration is. And this goes up in 64 megabyte increments, okay? So there you go. There's the most important defaults and limits.